Hello and welcome. Today we're continuing on with the lovely Akizuki. I really love this ship ever since the latest buff. My main complaint right now with her is the fact that she's tier 8, which means you get less points in the latest event even if you fight tier 10s. And in this match we are fighting tier 10, so I would like to say that we can put this ship to the test. However, that's not really going to happen, at least spoilers. If you look at the minimap, you can see where the enemy Kiev and Yugum are, and they're quite far from this side of the map, which means that we probably are not going to face them for a while. Here we do have a Grossa Kurfürst and a Yamato, while on my side there's me, the tier 8 Akizuki, a tier 9 Buffalo, and the tier 10 Conqueror. And it seems the Buffalo is running away, and maybe even the Conqueror is running away. So yeah, but I mean, I can take this cap zone like I just did, and now I just need to run, because I need to be worried about the Grossa Kurfürst's smokescreen. Come on, Torpedo, you can hit the Yamato. Nice. Although, that's kinda surprising that it didn't take out either the rudder or the propellers. I would have expected one of them to happen. Now I just want to put enough distance between me and that Kurfürst so that I can safely smoke and start shelling her, because the ship has some very good HE damage now. Although it's more effective to HE shell the Yamato. The Kurfürst is trying to cap, so we're gonna decap her, so that we can hold that sea cap zone that we capped earlier, because that's useful for our team for trying to win the game. Oh, and by the way, the Kiev has been taken out, so there is only the Yugumo left on the enemy team as the destroyer. And it seems that these two battleships have no backup. Although, if you look at the minimap, there is no real backup for me either, because there's a Conqueror, but she's 12 kilometers away from me, and she's actively running away, and she's the only ship other than me on this side of the map. Seriously. Okay, so I don't expect the Kurfürst to have Hydro soon anymore, because usually what you do is if you spot the torpedoes, they Hydro, and some time has already passed. So perhaps she does not have Hydro anymore, so I won't be screwed immediately the moment I end up within range. Look, I should be spotted by Hydro right now, I think. But now I'm just gonna run, and I'll try to keep this smoke screen between me and the Kurfürst, because I do not wish to be spotted. 10 seconds on the smoke, smoke's gonna go away in a second, and there it is, and now I'm spotted. Gonna be spotted for like a few seconds. That's gonna let them shoot me. Wow, actually, this went really well. I didn't take massive amounts of damage. But honestly, the biggest win here was that my engine didn't get broken. Despite the fact that I have skills to mitigate it and all that, the problem would have been that my ship would have slowed down for a while, which obviously would have, or maybe not obviously, but maybe would have let them get another shot in. So, the two battleships have finally decided to turn around and try to take my cap zone, so obviously I'm going to try to prevent them from doing so. But seriously, it's just me on this entire side of the map on my team, fighting two tier 10 battleships that are being basically held here, and they still do not have the cap zone. It's 8 minutes and like 15 seconds into the game, and they still have not taken this cap zone from me. Basically just one solo tier 8 destroyer defending. And honestly, this isn't because the Akizuki is overpowered or anything like that. Like, none of the changes that happened made a difference here. It's just the fact that it's a destroyer trying to hold a cap zone. Because I think destroyers are incredibly effective in defense. Especially if there are no radar cruisers around. Or, you know, radar battleships around. And that is the case here. Although if you look at the minimap, we can see that there is a Misery trying to bring her misery to me. Hopefully she will stay away. Okay, I want to decap. Come on. Yeah, those shells are gonna miss. Come on. Now I'm gonna stop firing because look, they were pointing elsewhere, so they're not gonna get their guns on me in time to fire on me, so I should be okay, and as you can see, I was okay. Unfortunately, they have taken the sea cap, so I'm trying to go in to take it, but honestly, I kinda changed my mind once I spot this Missouri, because she's gonna sail closer and there's no way I can take this cap zone. So I'm just gonna drop torpedoes on her, and I guess this Yamato, since she literally ran aground, I don't think she can dodge much. The only worry is that this is a quad launcher, which means that these torpedoes seem to like to split really nicely, so that they can miss even a battleship at 7 kilometers. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm gonna just chill, because I'm just willing to take the risk with the Missouri there. The Yamato doesn't have her guns on me, like she's gonna take a while before she can do that. And once my smoke is up, I will simply smoke and just keep running, because I don't want to stop here, because there is a Missouri within 10 kilometers of me, and that means that she can radar me if I stop. Okay, this was kinda lucky that Yamato just didn't delete me here. But, I mean, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of damage off on the Yamato right now. But man, this ship has such a nice reload rate and HE penetration, and even starts quite many fires, comparable to tier 10 cruisers, heavy cruisers. I'm gonna take a few more shots when she tries to get behind the island, or well, tries to get closer to B. And as you can see, the tides have been in our favor, considering we are pretty much winning the game, and I think we're gonna win the game. But it kinda makes sense. I mean, imagine if would you want to trade 2 of your battleships being busy for like 10 minutes in the game against 1 tier 8 destroyer? No, that's a really bad trade. And I didn't die for it either. I'm still around, still harassing this Missouri. So it's not like they actually took care of me. And I think these kinds of actions can make a huge difference in the match. Because, I mean, seriously, that literally kept 2 tier 10 battleships busy for 10 minutes of this match. Sure, they fired onto other ships elsewhere once in a while, but they were largely busy with me and, you know, maneuvering around this area rather than being in a proper combat position. And at this point, since we've basically won the game, it's what, 7 against 3? I'm just gonna open up fire, because even if I go down here, I think it's okay. And, you know, I get to farm some more damage. And, you know, actually speaking of that, I would say that I came out ahead in that trade, even if you ignore the fact that the battleships were kept busy with me. Like, even just damage-wise, I did a whole bunch of damage to them. Yeah, sure, they hurt me in turn, but I'm still around, so it's not really that bad. In fact, they helped me with Adrenaline Rush, right? So now I can deal even more damage to this Misery. And perhaps if she goes down, I will be able to take my sea cap back, because this cap zone is mine. Mine. Not yours, mine. Oh yeah, I have been complaining a little bit in chat. I was just complaining about fire chance, because despite the fact that the fire chance isn't the highest at only 5%, I had few fires for a while. I think it might be time to fire AP soon. Actually, I think I should have fired AP here for a while. Not sure why I didn't. I guess I'm kinda sketchy about how effective AP is. Or, you know, compared to HE that can set fires. Especially at these sketchy angles. But now she's definitely going down. There's no way she's surviving this. And goodbye, Missouri. Yamato, Kurfürst, and the Missouri, all 3 have sunk. I am still around, and I am taking back this cap zone. Unfortunately, there won't be enough time for it, But, you know, it's the thought that counts. I will still get a few points, I believe. And I think this was a very effective game. Basically, this is the kind of harassment and distraction I would like to see destroyers cause on battleships. It's incredibly frustrating if you're the battleship, because if you start leaving, the DD opens up on you. If you turn your guns to fire, the DD goes dark. And then you have to do basically this kind of dance, and basically the DD just distracts you for the entire time. 155k damage, 2202 base XP. Look at the... Wow, almost got the Wither, not quite though, and I only did damage to the 3 ships. 53k on the Missouri, 64k on Yamato, and 37.8 on the Grosse Kurfürst. And I was not sunk in this match, and I even held the sea cap for a while. So I feel that this distracting strategy here was quite successful. Especially since, you know, it only tied up 1 ship on our team, whereas it tied multiple on the enemy team. So this was a very good trade-off. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons and Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support. Kablamo, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.